This video is about the section called Latest Changes on the Person page in Family Search. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the latest changes over here on the right. It comes after the research help, search records. I'm going to collapse these, and then tools is the next, and then print. So we're going to be working just here on the latest changes. A lot of people don't even know to look here, but every time a change is made, it is recorded here for this person. And so sometimes you've made a change or something's happened, and I happen to be working on my great-great-grandfather, John Booker Thompson, and he's the son of Samuel Thompson. And this was back on March 11th. I was working on him and attaching sources, and then I came up and it shows no parents. I was like, what? How does he not have parents? He's part of this family. So I went to latest changes and I found it. So I want to kind of go over this and show you how to restore that, how to get that back. I could just go find Samuel and put him back in, add him back in, and you can do that. You can take the numbers if you can find Samuel. But using this latest changes is really a great resource. So I'm going to go to Show All. And it brings me to this page here. And we can see and most of it's my name. I've added a deed. I've added this deed. And on this one, I added it, and you see it says Restore. Well, I added this source, and then I realized it's his grandson, John B. Thompson, and not my John. David is my John's son, one of his sons, and he had a son named John. And that's what the deed was for them, so I took that one off. And so I don't want to restore it. But if you take something off and you go, oh, I shouldn't have done that, you can sometimes go back and restore. It gets a little tricky. My husband was working on this the other day and really got lost, and I had to kind of go in and help him figure out how to restore things. So just know it can get a little tricky in here, but it is a great resource. So we're going to come down. These are all deeds that I've been finding on him. And here we go. We see Father Samuel, Nancy, and here's my John. That was there, and then it says no John Booker in this line. Well, if we go down a little bit farther, we see that I have combined a John Thompson. This is the person that was deleted, and I merged him into this person. Well, John, I'm going to show you this one, so I'm going to right click on it and say open in another tab. And we have this. It says the surviving person was John Booker. Okay, and if we go to this person, let's see if I can see the details on it. Okay, I looked this up before. So we see here that Samuel and Nancy were his parents on that one. And so there was a John Thompson was included under there, and then I took my John Booker Thompson and I merged him with this John Thompson. So I'm going to delete out of here and come back over here. Come back down to where'd it go? Let's see if I can find where I was at. There it is, Samuel. So it says reference. So I'm going to click on reference. And here it gives me the opportunity to restore that. And so I'm going to say restore. To be restored to Samuel Thompson. And I'll just say, let's see, John Thompson appears to be the son of Samuel and Nancy Thompson. Documents are attached to John showing that He is likely the son of Samuel and Nancy. This is not positive, but very likely. And the reason I put that in is we don't have an actual document that states that John is. It's just that he's in records with some of the sons of Samuel and Nancy, and he moves with the sons. So at this point in time, there's basically the only Thompsons that lived in those two areas, and he was there, and one of his sons marries a cousin in this family, which was common back then. So I'm going to say restore. And now I will go back to my John Booker Thompson, go to his person, and now he is back part of this family. So that is one of the ways you can see what's happened, what somebody else has possibly done, or what you have done, and in this case most of it was me. There was a few other people that have changed. But the other thing that you can do is when you find that, let's see, show all. So if you have a question about something that happened, well, let's just go to me. So let's say you came here and you said, oh, I don't know if I agree with that inventory. You could click on that and it gives you the opportunity. Well, that doesn't work. Let's see here. I hope this person doesn't mind if I click that. I can send a message to this person and ask them, maybe why they made the change that they did. Okay, I want to go to one of my other grandfathers, George Kephart. This was a huge mess. I got on one day and he no longer existed in Family Search. He had been completely deleted and merged so that his name had become David Gerhardt, and his children had been put into the family of David Gerhardt, but he'd actually been merged with another George Kephart. So I'm sorry, I'm going kind of fast down here, but let's see if I can find. I need to go here to details and go over here to the latest changes. Okay, I was on sources. So I want to come down a little bit farther here and look for it. Here's this George Kephart and Eva Mueller. Over the years, many people have placed this George Kephart and Eva Mueller as my grandfather and added this Eva Mueller as his wife. They didn't live in the same area. They both lived in Pennsylvania, but not the same area of Pennsylvania. But we would unattach the Eva Mueller, and then somebody would reattach her, and then unattach her, and reattach her. It's gone back and forth. So one day I took quite a bit of time. I had to contact Family Search and ask them how to get him back, because he didn't even, there was absolutely, the number he had been known with was attached to somebody else and had been deleted out of Family Search. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that, but the way I did it was, I think, through some beta program that I was able to fix it up. But I researched George Kephart and Eva Mueller, and I actually found records on them, and I attached those sources, which is in another video, but making sure that all of their information was correct with correct sources. We have not had problems ever since then. I've tried to put a note in the course collaboration section. Let me go over here real quick. Go back to his person. So up here, it's on memories. Nope. Okay, here it is. Collaborate right here. So right here in this collaborate, I have put a note up here. You can do notes, and I've put this on another video. Anyways, to try to help people not continue to mix these two up. But let me go back here because I want to stay on the latest changes. It's easy to get sidetracked. But if I want to see who it was that he was mixed up with, then I can come down here, and like I said, I found this George Kephart and Eva Mueller. And so somebody else coming can look and see, and I said she was not married to George Kephart, son of Nicholas Kephart. And so I tried to put in notes. So this Maria Gebhardt was also put in as one of his daughters, and she is the daughter of this George Kephart and Eva Mueller. So looking back to see what people have done, so see here I have George Kephart, and I've restored my George Kephart, but I had to fix the dates because the dates were incorrect. They both had the same dates, and they are not exactly the same. So he also has this Betty Snow that people continue to put as a wife, and there's no documentation on that. And I actually found a document in my mother's records, and she said, I think I caused this. I think that I messed up the name Elizabeth Smith with Betty Snow. And that would have probably been about 40 years ago. I don't know. Maybe there is a Betty Snow, but until there is some record showing us that there is a Betty Snow, every record we find, except for one census, he is married to his first wife, and we think is the only wife. He is always single in every record, and we have quite a few of them, but nothing ever shows that he's married. So I just want to encourage people to look at that section. Let me go back to his person, to this latest changes. And you can see what other people have been doing on the person that you're working on, and you can see the changes that you have made. If you can't remember what changes you've made, this is a great place to look back and see what you've done and what others have done. There's one other thing I wanted to show you. Let me go back here. Whoops. Show all. If you're looking for something specific in here, you can run this filter up here. You click on it, and then you can say by name the things that you're actually looking for. You can click on those things. Photo memory, merges that took place. Anyways, you can do that instead of, because some of these changes, there's a lot of changes, and so you may be looking just for something specific in this latest changes, and you can use that filter. I hope that explains it well enough. It can be confusing, and I hope that you will learn to use it, and because it is a great tool. Thank you for watching.